Welcome everybody, welcome to this live demonstration of the Elios 2. Today I'm here with Charles Ray, our training manager, who will help me guide you through the different processes that are required to deploy the Elios 2 in the field. And of course we're going also to review all the features of the drone. We're here at our training facility. It is a spherical tank next to our office that we'll use as a demo setup. If you have questions arising from this demonstration, don't hesitate to use the form below this video and we'll answer your question as soon as possible using our sales team or our support team. So as you can see, we're all set to get started, so let's get started. Charles, can you tell us what's in that box? How do we set up the Elios 2?
Yep, so in the box you have the Elios 2 with all the material needed to do an inspection. So the first step is to take out everything you will need. So the drone, the remote control, the tablet, the USB cable, toolbox and batteries. So the first step would be to connect the tablet and the remote control. And the second step will be to do a mechanical check on the drone. So the first thing will be to check the cage. So the cage is built with 11 pentagons, so you will just press on the drone on different parts to check that all the pentagons are in good condition. If you find one broken, you have 5 spare in the box and everything needed to replace them in the toolbox.
Does it take long to, how long does it take to replace pentagon?
Depending on which one, between 5 and 2 minutes.
All right, okay.
So next step is to clean the sensor. So you have 7 sensors that help for the stability of the drone. They need to be cleaned before each flight. It's very important. We provide a small lens cleaner. So on one side you have a brush and on the other side a dry cleaner. So just brush nicely the sensor and with the dry cleaner really remove all the dust that you have on the sensors. You do that for the 7 sensors.
Okay. Do you do also the same with the camera, or is it only the sensors?
Yeah, the camera also, we fly in very dirty places, so same thing. Also, you have one side of the lens cleaner to clean it, and the other side with the dry cleaner, really to remove all the particle, even the grease of your finger that attract dust, and it will degrade the quality of your video. All
right, so the cage has been checked for integrity, all the sensors are ready to go, so what's next?
The propeller. Propeller are very, very important for the drone. So you need to check before each flight that they are in good condition and that they are tight. So the good condition, you just check on them if you have any dent or any marks. If you have, you replace them. You have 2 spare kits of propeller in the toolbox and you have the screwdriver. Okay. Then you check that the propeller are tight. So to do that, you just put your hand inside the cage, hold the motor and just check that it's tight.
So when it does the click, it means it's okay.
Exactly. And you do that for the 4 propellers.
Pretty simple. All right. Okay, propellers ready. So what do we need next?
So next thing will be to put a battery into the drone. So before you go on the field, always check that every battery is fully charged. So we charge all our battery in the morning today. So if you need a reminder of how much energy is the battery, when it's full, it's written in big on the battery, so 21.5 means it's full. There is a LiPo checker in the box provided, but at the beginning of a day of inspection, all your battery should be charged.
All right, so anyway, there is everything you need in that box for the field use, right?
Yep.
Okay, so how do we set up the battery now?
So you have a big openings in front of the drone. So it's here to help you put the battery. So with the tag at the top side, just put the battery inside and strap it.
All right, so there is a bigger opening at the front of the cage so that if you have large hands, you can really fit your hand easily inside the cage. And that's really helpful for those who have large hands.
Yep.
All right, so now are we good
we
to
are
go?
Ready to fly. We will have to put our protection, so ears and eye protection, and then to have a check on the facility to know where we are going to do our flight.
All right, remote control is on, tablet's on, drone is also powered, all the system is connected, so we're ready to fly, right?
Yes, we are.
All right, so we'll do a first demonstration of the stabilization system. So the drone is going to take off. I'm going to grab it and put it upside down, release it, and it will recover its stability in a snap. you'll see it's pretty impressive. So let's get started. Okay, so now we are inside this spherical tank. As you can see on the picture of the tablet, so the drone is extremely stable. So can you comment what we see on the picture?
So right now we have the luminosity of the drone and who is at the maximum, so we can see everything inside of the tank. We can see the walls, we can see the weldings, and what we will do is to fly and go straight close to one of the welding.
Okay, so if you go very close to the welding, can you show us how good the quality is? Because I think this is one of the main question we get: how close and how detailed is the image? So you can see here on the image. So we usually advise to stay about 40 centimeters from the wall, and we go down to about 0.40 millimeter per pixel. So here you see very neat, clean image the drone is providing. All right, so we have this feature called distance lock. Can you help us a little bit with that?
Exactly. So when you are in front of a wall between 30 centimeters and 2 meters, you can activate the distance lock. So just by pressing on one button, the drone will stabilize at the distance you selected.
So just to let you know, the quality of the image you see here, Charles is actually hands off the remote control. So this is really how stable the drone is.
Yep.
All right, so back to the distance lock, sorry.
So to the distance lock, so now it's activated, so I can follow the welding just with one touch of joystick. I can go on the side or up and down. The drone will stay at the same distance and I will just follow the welding extremely easily and keeping all the time the same distance, and I can even take my hands out of the remote control and the drone stay pretty steady.
Okay, all right. So how does it work when do you have to play with the intensity of the light? So when you get closer, when you would get further away, how do you manage that?
So the intensity of the lights, when you go really close to a wall, it's supposed to reduce the ISO of the camera, so you are not overexposed automatically. But if for a reason or another you want to see better or more brighter, you can just increase the exposure manually.
All right, so okay, so here you've increased the exposure, and now we see like a overexposed image. So if we go back to something, all right, so here you can really play with the light to get the right image.
Exactly, and to have an idea when we see everything, so here automatically it readapts, and I can always increase a little bit the ISO.
All right. Okay. Can you show us? I see there is a scale over there. There is a. Can you go through and show us a little bit how collision tolerant it is, and how easy it is to navigate through that ladder?
So yeah. So we will enter the ladder by the side.
So here we are right in the middle of a very complex metallic structure with that drone, and it's still in the air. So
yep. So I just readjusted the brightness so I can see further, and I will fly down in there. You can see that with the stabilization it's pretty easy, and if I have a collision, the drone resists.
Okay.
But I can follow the full path of where the human would climb in pretty quickly and without too many difficulties.
All right, so yeah, we can see it seems really easy to fly and to control. All right, so there is also this feature that we call oblique lighting. So basically, the idea is to give a slight angle to the light so that we see more the structure of what we're looking at. Can you demonstrate that feature to us?
Yes. So here, if I go really in front of something, I don't really see the features of the wall. But if I put the drone on the side and I change the lighting to have the oblique lighting here.
So basically what we've done here is that there is only the left side of the light that is on, and we're still looking at this welding in the front. And now you start to see a lot of texture. We see that hole basically in the welding, and you can really see the structure where there is pitting that start to dig into the weld basically.
Yeah, exactly. Here is a pretty good example.
All right.
That
so
was not easy to see when we were flying in front without this lightning.
All right, so there is really suddenly you see the texture. That's very interesting. I saw also a point of interest, a kind of information on the screen. So what is it?
So this point of interest is when you see a defect like that, when you press on the point of interest button, it will save the place where you took these images. So it will tell you in Inspector, our program, where it was in the facility in terms of altitude, and it will directly save a picture, so it's easy to recover afterward.
So it's really to mark in the video stream where the defects are, so you can find them easily afterward.
Exactly.
All right.
Here we have pretty good example of pitting.
Oh yeah, we can really see the holes that are starting to dig.
Yeah.
All right. So, and is it easy to understand when you are in the asset? What can help you with that?
So in an asset like that, well, you have to prepare your inspection, so you see your environment, and then by playing with the light you will be able to see better where are the way out or the way in. Here another tool that could help you would actually be to switch with thermal camera. That will help you to see where is the way out.
Okay, so that big white hole that we see is the exit.
Exactly.
All right.
So here I reach 21% of battery, so it's good time to come out. So finding my way out.
All right, thank you, Charles, for this demonstration. It was great. I just have a remaining question for you. How long does it take to master the Elios 2? How much training do you need?
So included in the purchase of the drone, you have 1 day of training where you will learn how to fly the drone, how to use all the features, and basically at the end of the day, you should be able to do a demonstration like we did today.
All right.
If you want more information or if you want to learn how to perform an inspection, so the methodology, we have a 2 days training available also.
All right, so in this longer training, so you go really in depth regarding all the processes.
Exactly, the preparation that you have to do before the different type of inspection and how to process all the data and create a report.
All right, so thank you very much again, Charles, for this demonstration. I hope you enjoy what you've seen. I hope you've enjoyed all the features of the Elios 2. Remember that if you have questions, don't hesitate to ask them. It will be our pleasure to answer them. All right, bye-bye.
Bye.